past Friday, Taylor Swift dropped her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. Unsurprisingly, it instantly made history, earning the most single-day streams on Spotify this year so far. Well, joining me now with more is David Schulhoff, founder and CEO of the Music ETF. David, always good to see you, and certainly a lot to talk about here. Put into context the success of this album.
Well, Friday was a big day. The weekend was even bigger. So Taylor Swift, obviously, she released The Life of a Showgirl, her 12th studio album. She broke Spotify's 2025 record for the single-day streaming record. It became Spotify's most streamed album in a single day this year. She sold 2.7 million albums. And the weekend was huge, too. If you noticed, there was a promotional piece. It was neither a documentary nor a concert film, but it was really a vignette of music videos and the making of, and it generated $48 million just in 3 days. AMC released that film. So obviously the last 3 days has been Taylor frenzy, and I'm sure she's going to have an incredibly successful album this week.
Yes, incredible. An 89-minute film there, as you referenced. Certainly, I think the theaters were in the market for that. I see selling 2.7 million copies on the first day of the release in the U.S., so pretty impressive. Let's talk some Bad Bunny, though, while we're at it, David, because Bad Bunny is going to be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show next year, Super Bowl 60. What does that mean for the Latin music community?
Well, it means a lot. He's the first Spanish language performer to headline the Super Bowl. He's singing all of these songs in Spanish. Latin music is the fastest growing music genre in the U.S. today, with revenues of $1.5 billion. Bad Bunny is Latin music's biggest star. So I think it's great that they, chose him to be the, artist to perform at the Super Bowl.
How much does headlining a Super Bowl halftime show tend to boost sales?
It can have an immediate impact on sales. You could see streams skyrocket right after the Super Bowl. We'll look to see, on Monday after the Super Bowl what happens, but I imagine his album sales will tick up. His downloads will tick up. Streaming numbers will tick up. They could tick up as high as 5 to 10%.
Earnings season just around the corner. That does include NYSE-listed firms. Spotify, you referenced earlier, obviously a key part of this Taylor Swift story as well. What does this mean for a company like Spotify, and any other themes that you anticipate to impact the industry?
Well, music, Kristen, continues to be incredibly undervalued and incredibly undermonetized. It's cheap compared to all of the other streaming services out there. You pick any of them. Music is the cheapest at $11.99 a month. Netflix is $26. HBO Go is $16. Fox One, ESPN Plus, everything is 2 to 3x. So we're going to look to see if companies like Spotify raise rates again, which I hope they do, because music continues to be under-monetized and cheap. And we're going to look at their paid streaming numbers. They're at 276 million paid streaming subscribers today. Generally, they grow 5% every quarter. We're going to look at their monthly active users. Right now, they're close to 800 million. Spotify is one of our top positions. We have a lot of promise, and that you now have Alex and Gustav are the two new co-CEOs at Spotify. Daniel Ek has a lot of confidence in them. And so, look, music just continues to grow, especially in the emerging markets, Kristen. I think if you look at, countries like India and Bangladesh, you're going to see a lot of growth, like 25 to 50% there. I mean, the co-CEOs the other day announced that we could see 1 billion paid streaming subscribers coming from Spotify. So that's almost like, 5 times from where it is today. So there's a lot of growth ahead in this stock from our perspective.
Spotify, you mentioned a key holding there, David, and I see shares of this ETF actually up about 25% year to date. Spotify, a main player. What else is driving these gains?
So live music events and ticketing is driving these gains. Obviously, our top positions for, live music are CTS Eventum, Live Nation, companies like Vivid Seats, Sphere, Madison Square Garden. And then, of course, you have content. Taylor Swift is signed to Republic Records. That's a division of Universal Music Group. So Universal is one of our top holdings. So we carry also, Warner Music Group and Sony and all the K-pop stocks. So when streaming numbers grow, right, 70% of all of those revenues get paid out as total content costs to the labels. And so the labels are performing well. And so that's why, MUSQ is really a very uncorrelated investment opportunity. It's unique. It's not
David.
impacted by tariffs.
I am going to jump in just because we're set to round out this hour, but great insight from you. Always good to touch base and talk about everything shaping the music industry. David Schilhoff, founder and CEO of the Music ETF. Thanks again.
Thank you.